What's everybody getting themselves into on this Thirsty Thursday? You already know we right here. Work decided to hop on, chop it up with individuals. See what's the talk of the town. Is going down the wind, the curve. You heard me. Let me just move this over here. All right. You know we cheating like a villain. Just wanted to chop it up with the folks in the lokes. Now, for those who are curious, I did drop a new video on this channel earlier today. If you guys want to scope that out, and remember that the G series is back to the on this channel now. So I have been uploading several of those videos. You guys can check them out. G Life in Bell, Clay, Huntington Park, Sun Valley, Burbank. So we already covered several areas. And by tomorrow, we should have another one uploading as well. So we do have that. What's cracking like in sound? ¿Qué onda, locochón? I'm watching this video. About what, his crime? What did you think about Ronnie in LA? Yeah, I think people are fucking like exaggerating, you know what I mean? He didn't set up nobody. People are tripping. You know what I mean? They're just trying to stir up nonsense. Like Ronnie in LA, he's not like that, bro. Like, why would he set up people? You get what I'm saying? Hey, negativity draws in negativity. That is just how it works. You surround yourself around negative people, negativity is going to come your way. That's just the way it goes. The Grinch did the homie dirty. Fucked up. It's a Norteño prison video that was made. Oh, serio? That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, but that's the way it is, though. Like, what do people expect, though? Like, that's the way that this life goes, though. Scandals. Shit gets grimy and dirty. That's the way it is. You know what I mean? People are literally living in delusion if they think it's about righteousness and all this and that. It's not. You know what I mean? It's a dirty, dirty game. People know that, like, trust me that they know, what they're getting themselves into. It just makes it easier, or they have to divert it somewhere when, they no longer want to play. So that's why they act like shocked. Where's your penguin suit at? Serio. The prison guards let it happen. Yeah, look, I'm telling you, law enforcement is scandalous, bro. They're not. I know how people view them as these, protectors of justice. But no, bro, they're just human, just like anybody else. They think like everybody else, bro. I'm not saying that they're all scandalous or they're all dirty, right? But they're human, so they're gonna make human mistakes, or they're gonna let human emotions get the best of them. You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck about those people, bro. They don't give a fuck about them criminals. You know what I'm saying? They don't care what happens to them. If anything, for them, it's like good riddance. So, of course, they're going to entertain bad behaviors. What did you eat today? My wife packed me arroz, frijoles, and dos pedazos de pollo. 2 drum steaks. That's where too. Like, the family will make money first. Oh, yeah. You'll be surprised how many scandals, the prison systems have had, through the years. Most of them people haven't even heard of, but, they have done all kinds of shit. Don't get me wrong. There's some good ones in there, right? Like that are there to really, they do it by the book and their job and shit like that, right? But I would say that there's more crooked ones than clean ones, though. And that's just the way it is. To them, it's just like a fucking job that they don't even like. Pays the bills. I mean, look at when they dropped the whole bombshell on the Epstein thing. Look how lax those guards were, bro. They didn't even do head counts or none of that, right? They didn't give a fuck, you know? Because they know that shit is not going to get reviewed unless some scandal happens, right? Which rarely does. So they feel like they can get away with this kind of behavior. Nurses in hospitals are the same way, too. Sometimes I see them do scandal shit, right? They don't give a fuck about the patients. It's a dirty, dirty game. It's the best video from prison. It's really simple, right? You don't want to be in, don't go to prison, and there it is. It's as simple as that. What do you think about the Super Bowl halftime show? I really didn't see the big deal. I really don't get it. I don't get it when people are outrageous. It was just a fucking, it was just a halftime performance, just like any other Super Bowl that has had a halftime performance. You know what I mean? It's just that Trump doesn't like it. You know, it's crazy that he came out and he said that, you know, why are they having these people on here, right? When they're not even speaking, you know, the language of our country, no one could understand them. And, you know, like, why are they having, you know, somebody, you know, who's not American on there? And it's like, motherfucker, you're the president of Puerto Rico, you stupid bastard. Like, oh my God, bro. How could people be so fucking stupid? I'm going to have to talk to the president. Sir, you are the president. Not now, I'm busy. He's going to go talk to himself in the mirror. Listen here, Trump, you fucking orange bastard. Trump is so funny. It reminds me of the time when he said he spoke to the president of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, and it's like, you're the president, bro. Both of those places, you fucking lunatic. When 180 pokes. And all because it is what it is. Copy the competition. It's not good for business. I like and subscribe to. No worries, I say. You had one. So I hope you be on YouTube one day, friends. Hey, gracias, I appreciate. Program allegedly, but who cares about? It is what it is, bro. Trump is a traitor. You know what? Like it's. I get it that he wasn't a politician. Now, you know, I understand he's not a politician. Why the fuck people would vote someone who's not a politician or think that that would be the perfect person to run our country? Like, that's insane to me. You know what I mean? It's like, would you let a person that works at a car wash, you know, fucking do dental work on you? Right? No, right? Because he's not a dentist. You wouldn't let a fucking lawyer fix your car. He's not a mechanic. So why the fuck they would think he was perfect for the job? I have no idea. Like, finally, someone who's not a politician, he'll be perfect. Okay. Not gonna know shit about, you know, this of how to do this job running the country, but I guess. But at least I would figure that he would have some type of knowledge on some things, right? Or at least try to educate himself, bro. Like, bro, you know that everyone in Puerto Rico speaks, you know, that language, right? And they're all Americans because they're part of America. So, how is that not your language of Americans? Because they're Americans. They're only Americans when they're beneficial. Remember, they pay taxes. Yeah, to America. You know what I mean? Yes. So people can't even say like, oh, yeah, you know what I mean? When they're buying shit and other money, where's it going to? To the United States government. Goofballs. You're gonna vote for Trump again? For sure. Shit. He makes it all a whole lot of entertainment going on, bro. Will for sure have content for years. I didn't vote for that bastard. I wouldn't vote for that. It's crazy. Like I said, at this point, shit, I'll even support JD Vance as long as we get the orange man out of there. That's at the level that we're at right now. Like I would prefer if we had JD Vance at this point, even though he's a scumbag too. But I'm pretty sure he won't be as bad as Trump. Because Trump just doesn't, he doesn't give a fuck, bro. He does not care. Trump slams down the Cali prison like hell so much. But that doesn't fix the problems, though. El Salvador's prisons hasn't stopped El Salvador's crime rate, though. You know what I mean? It's not a solution, though. It maybe makes the people feel better that these people are getting treated like that behind bars, right? But it's not actually fixing the core of the problem, though, that people want fixed. But I guess another distraction, no? I guess people are happy with distractions and not so much worried, caring about how problems get fixed. Back in the medieval times, if you would steal, they would cut your arms off for stealing. Guess what? People were still stealing. You know what I mean? Like I said, bro, you can put the most ruthless punishments, bro. People are still going to do what they're going to do. You're not going to fix the problem that way. The only thing is that, they're going to be, once you, do the punishment, you're only going to be brooding more and more animosity, hatred, and bad behaviors. You're going to make them worse, what I'm saying. What's cracking like it, Derek? All right, that's right, my boy. Yeah. Enjoying yourself instead of working? Hey, that's right. What happened to him saying he was going to pay taxes and working overtime and never happened? Bro, he hasn't done none of the things he said he was going to do, bro. He's not going to do it. It's not. So far, the only thing he has done is gave a tax break to the rich in that big, beautiful bill. 14 mil. That's the 1%. That's who the tax, cuts are going for. The 1%. Because $14 million, not just anybody has $14 million lying around for them to benefit off of that big, beautiful bill. Right? That's not the working, everyday American class doesn't have 14 mil. Maybe all his friends do. Maybe everyone he knows does, right? But as to say, like, Americans, no. That's why he thinks he's actually doing something good and he's getting props. Yeah, because it's benefiting him and all his loved ones and everyone he knows. But what about, actual Americans? As long as he's been president, he's actually been making more money. He's actually gotten richer. I don't know if people are aware of that. So has his family, and his businesses have actually grown. There's no conflict of interest there, though. Just don't pay attention to that. What's up, bro? Have you been good? How about you, Dishro? No more overtime. What do you feel about people telling you to go back to Mexico even though you were born? Yeah, but see, I already know that those are ignorant people, though. Like, those are just dumb, like, uneducated people. That's like if I were to be like, oh, yeah, well, you go back to Europe then. You know what I mean? Like, that's so stupid. Are you going to do a G Life on Santima? I'm actually going to cover everything, bro. So, yeah, it's going to get done. And now I'm dropping them a lot quicker, so, yeah, I should be getting them, a lot faster now. Uh, us fruit pickers only get 40 hours, if that. Yeah, I figure. Well, you know what? There's a lot of jobs nowadays. They're only giving like 33 hours, 34 hours, 32. You know, está cabrón, está cabrón. You don't live in El Salvador. How do you know? How do you know? Oh, because I look into it. That's why I actually do my research and my homework. Because I had made a topic covering this subject already, right? So I looked into it. Like I don't just come on here and just like talk out of my ass. You know what I mean? Like I actually do my homework and I actually look it up. Crime rate, statistic rates. Not only that, but also the data that's out there about punishing people aggressively compared to actually providing them with the type of help needed to change their behaviors. You can never change somebody by punishing them aggressively. It hasn't worked. There's thousands of years of human history, to as an example of that, you know, that you just can't come and try to like um bend people to your will. It creates a lot of resentment, a lot of anger. And this is all public knowledge, bro. This is all research that has been done for years, that has been out there, bro. It's just that these people don't want to educate themselves on human behavior. They don't care. You know what I mean? It's kind of like saying, like, how do you guys know that by treating them like this is gonna work? Oh, because trust me, it'll work. Those motherfuckers are gonna suffer. Like if somebody were to treat you like shit and bully you, you know what I mean? Do you think that you're gonna be a better person because of it? No, right? You're gonna build a lot of resentment and anger towards those individuals, and you're gonna lash out. It's not gonna change your overall behavior. But these people don't care about that kind of stuff. And then the people that put out the data, right, showing that, the opposite is actually happening than what they're saying, they call it fake news and fake data, and they don't know what they're talking about. Don't believe those scientists. Believe me, who actually knows nothing about the field. You know what I mean? Like, that's so stupid. I'm going to believe the people who actually, are experts in the field than somebody who fucking, you know, just barely graduated high school. Get what I'm saying? Like, oh man, those fucking people don't know what they're talking about. No, they just didn't only get their education at the best universities on the fucking planet, But yeah, you know more, and they clearly don't know nothing, right? Because you don't like, what you don't like their narrative, right? Because it doesn't align with yours. And it doesn't matter if it's El Salvador, if it's Iran, if it's Iraq, if it's China, if it's Japan. Countries don't matter. This is human behavior. This is universal. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter where it's at, bro. If you treat people this way, these are going to be the outcomes of that. You know, ethnicities are completely irrelevant. We're talking about human behavior overall. This is why, um, there's schizophrenia as a thing, a sociopath, psychopath, you know, narcissist. These are real, um, um, like disorders of individuals that affect people throughout the planet, right? Because it's universal. It's a human disability or illness or sickness or however you want to call it. No, but see, that's the thing. This is not my, like, when I come on here, I'm not giving you like what I think, right? I'm going off of the research. Like, you don't got to argue with me. You could go argue with the science, right? I'm just telling you what the science says. You get what I'm saying? I believe the science. Like, I'm not coming on here and expect people to believe me. Like, they can research it themselves and they can see themselves. Did you hear about GameStop closing down more stores? Yeah, they closed down the last one that was close to my pad in by Bell Gardens. Yeah, they just can't get it together, bro. They're drowning out there. They might go out of business. I believe that their in-store locations will go out of business. I don't believe that their online presence will go out of business though. Like you'll still be able to like go out like on GameStop, the website though, you know. But I don't think that they'll have like physical stores. Like at this point, physical stores are just pretty much, you know, obsolete. That was it for GameStop. Everything is digital. Download. Yeah, sad to say, yeah. People are just looking to cut the costs. But still have to download updates. Facts. I know, that's so stupid. I agree. That's just the way it is, bro. They're trying to cut the cost, bro. You know, so they cut the cost of discs, casings, the designs, you know, for the casings, the booklets for the casings. So look at all that money that they'll save by just being a digital, you know, thing. You get what I mean? Like I said, bro, these companies are just looking, even though they have all the money in the world, they just look for more ways to get more and more money, bro. It's never enough. It took a 2-year break on the G Series. Did I? I didn't even realize it was that long. I like the documentaries of dead barrios. Or like neighborhoods that are not around no more. Yeah, there's a lot of them that are like that. What is the one next thing? Yeah, you do have some areas that actually has happened. It's rare that it happens, but it does happen though. That's on the scene. And straight out of Compton when the kids on the bus throw up on the gang signs the members and they went the kids, but they let him. Yeah, it's a really good movie. But it does on people for waving Mexican flags, but don't go to live in Mexico. Okay, one thing I will say though is I don't agree with Mexican. I don't agree with just not just the Mexican flags, but flags in general. You know, I get it that you're proud of where you come from, your people, and you're looking to make a statement of your support, right? But you're here in America, right? And you're trying to pitch to these people of why is it okay to embrace people here in America, right? Like their heritage here in America, right? And so when you just rather wave your flag, right, but you're here in their land, it's kind of like saying if you were to be in Mexico, but you have people waving American flags, right? These individuals would be upset, but yet they're upset because they're getting mad because they're doing it over here, and not only that, but then they start burning American flags and stepping on American flags. Like that's not cool either. You know what I mean? Like how are you ever gonna get your point across that of why they should embrace your culture and and your stance if you're disrespecting? You know what I mean? But like that's more ego than anything else, And not only that, but I feel like when you come out there with flags, it starts the division there. Like you yourself are starting to divide. Because then what if other people who are looking to embrace your movement, your cause, what you're looking to stand on, but they're not Mexican. Now you're isolating them, right? You're dividing literally, that group now. Like let's say if they're of another ethnicity. That's why I feel like, titles like Black Panthers or Brown Berets or the white movement or any group that labels themselves off flags or ethnicities, they are already starting the division themselves, right? If your whole thing is peace and unity, then you should unite and push the movement on just peace and unity, right? Amongst everybody. What good is uniting your people if you're looking to clash with another group? Then there is no peace. Then you're not looking for peace. Peace means peace with everybody, no matter where they come from. Uniting with everybody no matter where they come from, right? So it should be a message and in a stance where everyone feels like they're a part of it and could support. But when you label stuff just Mexican or raza or black or white or Asian, you yourself are already setting dividers on a cause asking for unity. It's a trip. Like the Vikings up north, we still have. But now it means something else. Still blue team. Was it Barrio Sur 13? We don't care about criminals. Well, yeah, well, nobody should. If I could, I would go hunting for sport. But why though? If if you're looking to create, if you're looking to wanting peace, right? Because these individuals uh, create crime and create, you know, danger and stuff like that. How is by you behaving like them not going to fix the problem, though? You get me? If you now become like them, you become the very same thing that you despise. That's why Batman never killed. R.I.P. Danger from Robbie Winehouse. Hegel. Pasapa was from the set. Yeah, I actually knew Danger. We fish for sport. Fry's, Electronics, Radio Shack, Circus City. Oh, I remember Circus City. I remember I got arrested once for fucking stealing. We broke into it. To take the, I think it was when the iPods had first came out. And we got caught because of one slow ass homie. And plus, we did it sloppy. We were buzzing it. GameStop ripped people. Oh yeah, for sure they did. Yeah, facts. Radio Shack was cool, but yeah, GameStop is kind of pointless given digital downloads. Yeah, before it was like legit, right? You would go to these places and even like not just GameStop, but you had other places like Game Dude, which was one that was by my, you know, my neighborhood, right? Where you were able to get, you know, games from different consoles, even old ass consoles from back in there. But now you can just go online and literally buy anything you want on there, right? Even from the old school versions, and you can find like literally everything that you want specifically, compared to you go to a GameStop location and then not actually have the thing you're actually looking for. It's kind of a waste of time. Like here, you get to do it from the comfort of your home and, you know, delivered to your home or downloaded to your home. It just makes, you know, GameStop locations just pointless. Motherfuckers used to line up for new releases. For Serio, huh? Long ass lines on. Like, damn. Best one is Game Dude. Yeah, Game Dude, yeah. In my neighborhood, yeah. We used to go there all the time, bro. You know what I mean? Literally walk there all the time. You know? I used to live right there in my neighborhood on Agnes, so I would walk from Agnes to Game Dude all the time. Me and the homies. It was difficult to steal from there, but it was possible. It wasn't impossible. It was possible. GameStop lost a lot of money when they started buying virtual consoles that employees never properly checked them. And not only that, but a lot of games too. Like you would buy games and they wouldn't even work. They'd be all fucking beat up. It's because to them it was just a job. They're not really gonna care, and they should go to a GameStop location where there's like a hardcore like person who loves his job that works there, who just happens to take his job super serious, right? Right? Who's like really into it. Then you know that you'll actually get what you want. But there's other folks, they don't give a fuck. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? It's like that's what happens when you hire employees. Wait, yeah, yeah, facts. Why should they care? You don't pay them enough to care. I find it crazy. There are two restaurants. Oh, yeah. There's I don't know. A lot of people that went to those churches are not the nicest folks, bro. You know, there's like a lot of scumbags that went to those churches. You know what I mean? That I personally know that there's a lot of people that went to that church that, man, like, bro, stop the front. You are the furthest, holiest person in the planet. Oh, you're trying to play the part. Like, man, these people are full of... Some of those motherfuckers were worse than us. Pero viene que ahí están. Todos pedos, huh? All coked out. Like, bro, you just bought some shit off of us. Fucking going to church. Get the fuck out of here. But people view them as the good guys, huh? Oh, look, why can't you be like them? Look, they're going to church. Like, if you only knew. You know, yeah, it's... There was a homie. He wasn't from the neighborhood, but he would go to the church with his parents. His parents, I guess, would force him, right? We would go to church, whatever. And he wasn't from the neighborhood, but he would hang out with us, and he was addicted to meth, right? And it was funny because like my grandma and like other homies would be, why can't you be like him? Why can't you be like him? Like, man, why can't I be like him? That fool's all fucking cracked out right there in church, like. But you don't think that he's the good kid, right? Because he's fucking going to church? If you only knew. Like, is that all we have to do to put up the front? It's like, you may not like how I approach the matter, but at least I'm fucking honest. At least I'm telling you genuinely what it is. You know what I mean? But if you want, I can lie. One is always abandoned. Well, yeah, it's because you know what? Even they wouldn't really get that many people, even in general. As it is, I never seen it super packed out. Unless when they were having like somebody would get married or some shit like that. I know when the homies would want to tag, I'm like, why? Who the fuck's gonna see it right there? The fuck? That's so stupid. Yeah, parents always do that. Why can't you be like him? Meanwhile, the kids super that was just so cheap activities. I never heard that one before. That is fucking funny because I know what you mean. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's funny. That's a good one. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it was good chopping it up with you guys. My lunch break's over. We gotta get back to it.